All right, so let's take a look at this case number 5 or prompt number 5. We're going to take a look at the switch case statement to talk about the 12 Days of Christmas song. So basically, this is not really that hard of of a, a prompt. It just takes a little bit of thinking. So I've basically given you a structure right here. You are using a loop because remember. So first of all, how many times are you going to go through the loop? I mean, it's in the song's title. I'll give you a hint. Because you know how many times you're going to go through this loop, uh, what kind of loop should you use? What if I recommend? What do I recommend you? If you know the number of times you're going to go through the loop, what is the best option to use for loops? Now you can use all three of the loops if you want. I would suggest one specifically because it's a little bit easier. Um, so basically, where do you think you're going to put the loop? So is it going to start here? Is it going to start down here? Is it going to go through everything? I want you to try to figure that out. See where you're going to think. What are the things that get looped through the number of times the loop runs? So think about that. Here are the basic variables that you're going to use. Here's the first switch statement, and this one is for the suffix, okay? And I got this just to show you I've figured the suffix out for you. Basically what you're going to do is that what way are you going to check to see what day it is? And what I mean by suffix, you're going to go through and you're going to add a suffix like st, nd, rd for third, so on and so forth to the word. Because remember, when you're running through the loop and you have a variable called day, for instance, that may be the number of the day. So you go day 1 through 12. It'll print out a 1, but you don't say on one day of Christmas my true love gave to me. You say on the first day, and first can be 1 st, second can be 2 nd, so on and so forth, all the way down to 12, which would be the 12th day of Christmas. So these are, think about that for the first case. How are you going to do that? And I've given you a great start here with this structure. So all you got to figure out how to do is where to put the loop, and think about, does it encompass just the days where you need the suffixes, or just the suffixes, or is it going to also the day where you want to print out each line of the lyrics of the song? So, and that's down here. So basically I've given you the switch, and I didn't put any cases in there, but I gave you the switch to start off, and this is where you're going to try to figure out how you're going to put the lyrics. And I've given you some hints down here. So think about again how you're going to structure the switch case statements so that you print out on the first day of Christmas my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree, and then the next time through the loop it'll say on the second day of Christmas my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree, and then go through the loop again, and on the third day of Christmas, see how I'm going here? First, second, third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. And see, how are you going to do that? Remember, avoid the break statement. And once you figure that out and you're thinking of it, it should kind of come to you pretty easy. You're going to look for the suffix first. You're going to figure out what day you're on using this second switch, and then you're going to print it all out using a system.out.print line. That's going to allow you to print out first day of Christmas, second day of Christmas, so on and so forth. And so you're going to have to figure out also, how are you going to get it so that it adds the right amount of days. And so one of the problems that you may have is that you're going to see, like on the first day, the way that you set your variables up, so you have a variable for suffix, you have a variable for day. Should you have another variable to hold the verses or the lyrics for each one of those days? And how are you going to do it so that if you have the third day, you also hold the second day and the first day's lyrics? So how is that going to do it? And where are you going to place the line on the blank day of Christmas? So think about that. You might have to, those are some other things. So let's go ahead and create another variable string. String, we're going to call it beg of song, and then I will have it equal to on the, and then I'll call that big of song 1. And then here I'll have another string. Oops, I got to put the semicolon. And we're going to copy this and we'll call it big of song 2. And so basically on the blank day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. Okay, so if we do that, we've got that in a string right there, so that whenever we're printing out like the line, so you're going to have to figure on the blank day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. So on the first, you're going to have to put in the 1 and the st. So on the plus day plus suffix day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. And then if it's day 1, you're going to have to add a partridge in a pear tree to this string right here, or a string that holds that string. So see if that helps you out. See if this kind of makes things clear to you. So again, let's recap here. You got these variables. You have a suffix that's going to hold the suffixes down here. You've got a day, integer day that's going to hold the days that's going to check your case. You know you're going to have a loop. You have to figure out, and if you have problems, I'll gladly kind of walk you through this, but I want you to think, what is going to be looped through the amount of times of the days of the Christmas? Is it just this, or is it this and this? So you try to figure that one out. So you got that. You know you have to have a loop. You have a switch case statement that is going to check to see the suffix of the day. So for instance, on day 1, the suffix is, I'll even fill this one in for you, st. There you go. So that would be on so if you printed this out and you had a system.out print line somewhere and it was for day 1, it would say on the, and then you would print out day plus st plus day of Christmas my true love gave to me. So on the first day of Christmas my true love gave to me, let me make that lowercase and then make sure I have a space right there. And then you would come down here to wherever how you make this switched out, and you'd go to the first day of Christmas, and it would be a partridge in a pear tree. So you're going to have to concatenate a string. So somewhere in here you're going to have a string that has the lyrics and the beginning of song 1 and 2, and concatenate it all, so it's going to have, on the first day of Christmas my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. And then you're going to have to figure out how to go through it when it goes through the next time of the loop, where you're going to, are you going to reset that string, or are you going to add to that string? And when I say by that string, the string that holds on the first day of Christmas my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. Are you going to have to reset it, or are you going to keep it the same? So think about that. And then let me know if you have questions past that, and this should be a good start for you. I don't want to lead you. I want you to try to think about it, kind of figure it out. You should start getting an idea what you're supposed to do. Mess around with it a little bit, and if you don't know, email me and or talk to me tomorrow, and we'll figure it out. Okay?